Hello, my name's Steve and I sell stuff on eBay as a hobby, and in this video I want to show you my payout for the 12th of December 2023. But first of all, let's have a look at what's sold. It's Thursday the 7th of December and I've gotten up early this morning to do the school run with my granddaughter. It's still dark outside, which is why the lighting is so poor. I'm afraid I don't have professional equipment. But at the same time, I've found that very early this morning I have made two sales. The first of which is this bundle of books by Io Sakisaka. They are four manga books in with black and white illustrations. Actually, it's called Ao Haru Ride, and it's books 1 to 4. I think there are more of them, but I've only got these four. Have managed to sell them for the full asking price of £15, which I'm quite pleased with, really. So the titles, well, they're just 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's one. That's number 2. That's number 4. I'll put them out in order then. That's number 3. So that's four manga books, as I say, with black and white illustrations. The text is in English. But that's gone for £15 anyway. Now, the next thing I've sold is a bundle of books by mixed authors, so I'll just pick that up and I'll show you what they are. Now, I don't think there's any particular rhyme or reason around this bundle. I just threw them together as a random assortment, really. Didn't think they were going to sell, and if they hadn't sold in the next couple of weeks, I would have broken them up and bundled them up with other books. But the first one here is William Boyd's Any Human Heart. I have read a bit of William Boyd, very readable, and I could recommend that. Not actually read this particular volume, but I might get round to it at some stage. But this particular copy I have sold. This is Tuesday's War by David Fidimore. And then we've got East West Street by Philip Sands. I think that's non-fiction, actually. I'm not absolutely certain about that. It's not something I've read, but again, that's part of the bundle. And the fourth one here is The Girl Behind the Wall by Mandy Rowbottom. Now, as I say, this is a random mix of authors I put together from odds and ends. I've sold that for £11 all in, and that was the full asking price. So quite happy with that. And I do need to get these off to the Royal Mail depot before they close at 10 o'clock, which is why I'm doing this early video. So let's go and get these wrapped now. It's Friday the 8th of December, and yesterday evening somebody bought this bundle of books by Harry Harrison. They are 5 books in the Bill the Galactic Hero series. Bill the Galactic Hero came out in 1965. It's described on the cover here by Terry Pratchett as simply the funniest science fiction book ever written. So that gives you an idea of what the series is all about, really. It's a kind of comedy. Science fiction. So Bill the Galactic Hero, that was the first title in the series. Then we've got a few others. It's not a complete set, but we've got here the Bill the Galactic Hero on the Planet of Robot Slaves. And then we've got Bill the Galactic Hero on the Planet of Tasteless Pleasure. And this one is co-written with David Bischoff. This one, co-written with Jack C. Haldeman II, is the Bill the Galactic Hero on the Planet of Zombie Vampires. And finally, co-written with Robert Sheckley, we've got Bill the Galactic Hero on the Planet of Bottled Brains. So no serious stuff there, a light-hearted series, a little bit dated perhaps, but those 5 books have gone for £16 all in, which is the full asking price. Quite pleased with that. Need to get them out this morning. I had to go out fairly early to post those Harry Harrison books off because my Royal Mail depot closes at 10 o'clock in the morning now. In the meantime, I have sold another item, and it is this bundle of Starburst magazines from the mid-1990s. There are 12 of them all together. They've gone for £9.50 plus £6 postage and packing. I'm going to have to send them off as a medium parcel because they weigh over 2 kilograms. And they're actually going through the global shipping program to a buyer in France. So let's have a quick look at these 12 issues. Um, let's just talk about the cover, shall we? We've got Michael Dorn on the cover of this one as Worf from what's either Deep Space Nine or Star Trek: The Next Generation. I think it might be one of the Next Generation films there. Next one has got Star Wars on the cover. Least said the better. Then we've got the Star Trek special. Then we've got this, which is Star Trek Generations. Not a great film, really, but okay. Also got Davros and the Daleks there. Here we've got Stargate with a little inset picture of Walter Koenig as Pavel Chekhov. We've got the 30 years anniversary of Star Trek. We're getting on for 60 years now. Various people there, Bill Shatner, Patrick Stewart, and so on. Oh, and here we've got Bill Shatner and Patrick Stewart again on horseback filming the Star Trek Generations. And there they are again. Film got an awful lot of publicity, didn't it? This issue has got Patrick Stewart with Jonathan Frakes there. A little mention of Babylon 5 at the top and The Crow. This one has got Doctor Who from 1995 with the brilliant Paul McGann. Shame he didn't get a proper run, but the script of the film let him down a bit, I think. So that never got picked up at the time. But I think he has done a lot of the Big Finish audio stuff. And there was the last, I think the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. They had a great short on which was available on YouTube of him regenerating into John Hurt, showed how brilliant he would have been in that role. Babylon 5 on the cover of this one here. We've got Bill Mumy at the back there. I can't remember the character's name. This character is Michael Garibaldi, and I can't remember the actor's name, but I did really like Babylon 5. And here we have the 200th edition of Starburst with Leonard Nimoy on the cover there. So it's 12 issues for £15.50 all in, and I'll be posting them off probably tomorrow now. It's Saturday the 9th of December, and last night this pair of books by Conor Golden sold for the full asking price of £8. £8 is probably the lowest price that I'll sell stuff on eBay now due to eBay fees and postage costs. Otherwise, it's hardly worth doing it, really. And I think it's cheap enough for two books by Conor Golden, the first of which is Wolf of the Plains, and the second is Lords of the Bow, and these are apparently two books in the epic story of the great conqueror. So £8 altogether. It's still Saturday morning. I've just dropped off a parcel at the Royal Mail. Of course, when I've got back, I've sold something else, which is this book. It's Nathaniel West's Complete Works from Picador. I had this listed for £10, including postage and packing. And that has gone for the full asking price. So I need to send this off. Not sure whether to try and get that out this morning because I've got a very short window until Royal Mail Depot closes, or leave it until Monday morning, which is what I'll probably do. Anyway, I've got to wrap it up first, so I'll go and do that now. It's Monday the 11th of December, and I've got two things to show you this morning, both of which sold on Sunday evening. Firstly, we've got this. It's Battleship from MB Games. Now, this is the sort of thing when I was a kid used to play this with pencil and paper. This will have come out, I would imagine, mid to late 1980s. I bought it second-hand a very long time ago. And what you get in the box are two of these consoles, which when you open them up, you've got your battleship grid there, you've got the pegs, the white pegs and the red pegs, and a complement of battleships and cruisers and a submarine and whatever else it is an aircraft carrier. So although the box is in poor condition, these seem perfectly okay. There's nowhere that specifies exactly how many pegs there should be, but there's a good supply of them in each box. So I'm quite happy to sell that as it is. That's gone for £14.99, which was the full asking price. Now the other sale is a bundle of books by Paul J. Macaulay. These are science fiction from the 1990s. There's 6 of them all together. I think a couple of them are in the series, but I can't remember exactly which those are now. Let me show you the covers. We've got this one, which is Red Dust. And then there's this, which is Secret Harmonies. Here we have 400 billion stars. Then there's this, which is Invisible Country. Then we have Fairyland. And finally, Pascal's Angel. Now, these 6 books have gone for a total of £20 all in, which I think is a good price for me and a good price for the buyer, to be honest. So that's 2 items that I've got to send out this morning, but getting them wrapped. It's Tuesday, the 12th of December. eBay sent me my payout this morning, but before we have a look at that, let's have a look at my final sale of the week, which is this hardback book by Clive Barker. It's called Ararat. It is a really nice book. It's on high quality paper with full colour illustrations throughout. So let's just have a look at a few of these. That's one there. And some of them are full page illustrations and some like this are just contained within the text. And finally, let's have a look at one more, if we can find it. There we are. But there's illustrations really right throughout the book, so it's very good value really. In that I have sold it for £17.50 all in, which I think is quite a good price for this. I did have it listed for a while at £25, but I put the price down because although people were showing some interest in it, got quite a lot of views and watchers, but nobody was actually buying, so I put the price down to £17.50. It has gone for that now. So I'll be sending that out this morning, but first of all, let's have a look at that payout. eBay sent £107.54 to my bank account after taking their fees. There are concessionary fees on some of these items, such as the Battleship board game, 88p in fees, and the Paul Macaulay books, £1.07 in fees. Also, you'll notice on here that I did buy a postage label directly from eBay for every to send the Starburst magazines, as they weighed quite a lot, and that was slightly cheaper than Royal Mail. After the rest of my postage costs, I'm left with £87.80. Everything else has gone with Royal Mail. Most of them are small parcels of £2.99, but the Battleship, that was a medium-sized parcel of very little weight actually, and that cost me £4.45. So that's 9 items sold, £87.80 after fees and postage costs. 9 items sold then, £87 after costs and everything, and as a hobby seller, I think that's quite a good week for me. So I hope you found that interesting. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.